Welcome everybody to this Ultimate Heavyweight Match. I am your commentator, Larry. I am your commentator, Brooke. Today we've got Tony BEnson versus the one, the only. Anthony Johnson from Dublin, Georgia. This man is totally going to destroy Tony BEnson if multiple knockouts and night wins. Lightning fast hand speeds won 12 of 10 of the last 12 fights. If anything, he's going to be the key to Tony's downfall. The problem, Tony BEnson is not to be dissected. And there he is, Anthony Johnson, entering the octagon, ready to take on his opponent. And ladies and gentlemen, for the red corner, the legend himself, Tony BEnson. Tony BEnson, born in Chicago, Illinois, but grew up in Skokie, is a fight. This man has taken out everything. He's a quick kicker. He's recently bursted out to the UFC scene and he's a striker. This could come in handy as he might be able to take down Anthony Johnson with fast lightning hits. But let's see what's in store for him. Well, let's get this party started. Tony BEnson. Anthony Johnson. Tony BEnson on the red side, Anthony Johnson on the right side. Both are very compatible right now. It looks like Anthony Johnson right now is taking some very strong leg kicks. Tony BEnson right now also taking some very strong jabs. Oh, and he's gonna rock Anthony right in his face. Anthony delivers with some very strong punches. Tony BEnson with the amazing hook. I gotta tell you, the hook was definitely swift. Anthony Johnson taking it to the face. Tony BEnson. Oh! With the head block. Tony BEnson definitely taking it. While one is heavy in muscularity, just because Tony BEnson is an obese fighter doesn't mean that he won't strike with precision. That may or may not factor. Anthony Johnson kicking the left leg, right leg, and Tony BEnson with the right leg. So far they've been playing patty cake with each other, but I think both of them have had some very strong punches to each other. I would say so myself. They have been some intense strikes. Tony BEnson with a high kick. That's going to strike the body of Anthony very hard. Tony's getting in some very amazing strikes right now. But will it hold up? And it looks like both of them are striking. Oh! And it looks like Anthony Johnson has tackled Tony BEnson to the ground. Tony BEnson trying to fight a way up, wrestling Anthony Davis as they force each other to punch each other in the face. While Tony BEnson tries to break free from the lock. It looks like Anthony Johnson's probably going to go for a submission, but is not yet keen on that. Or whatever it may be. Oh, and it's Anthony Johnson rocking Tony like a hurricane. Yo, Jim, I've always loved that song, but it's like my trunk on a Thursday night. 40 seconds left in the first round, and Tony BEnson getting in some jabs right now after Anthony Johnson might have cut his odds. Tony BEnson really taking it to him right now. Oh, and it looks like Anthony Johnson took a critical hit to Tony BEnson's face. That really rocked him. He's bleeding! And that will be the end of round one. As you can see there on his left cheek, definitely got cut. Don't let the silver hair fool you. He ain't ancient. He's trying to prove himself that he could be like Ultra Instinct Goku. Watch this right here. Right jab, and Tony Benson goes for the jump punch. But Anthony Johnson blocks it with ease. Watch this right here. Tony Benson going in for the jab. And Anthony Johnson for the double jab, but then Tony Benson goes in right to the bottom. And we are underway in the second round. I do have to say, Larry, both, my name is Johnson, by the way, both of them have had some striking out kicks. And it looks like right there that Anthony has locked a very strong head kick that could be sending Tony Benson into a daze. That you might say. What about your uncle earlier? Well, if I do have to say so myself, that my uncle, Tony Benson, just had a high kick himself to the face. Anthony Johnson is rocked. Yeah, my uncle gets furious. Let's just say that him drunk while watching UFC and learning those moves wasn't worth it. Guy ran into him in his car, didn't like it, then tried to jump kick him, like Tony Benson just did a miss. Yes, but Tony Benson earlier did have an amazing strong hit on Johnson. On Anthony. Benson with a high kick and a block by Johnson. Tony Benson going for the low jabs on the body. And trying to take out the leg. Johnson is not giving up in the fight. Tony Benson with a kick, and that was a strong hit to the stomach. I don't think Johnson's ever going to come back to that. How long did your uncle have to, how long did your uncle have to be in prison for that shit? Oh man, I gotta tell you, he was in there for like 10 months. Larry, it was horrible. And Tony Benson gets rocked by Anthony Johnson's kicking. Johnson really rocking with a kick and an uppercut. Oh, it could be over. Tony Benson getting up now. He has been rocked pretty hard in the head, but he is still moving with less than 90 seconds left in the second round. Tony Benson might take it to all three, but has definitely rocked Johnson. Could Tony Benson knock out Anthony Johnson before the immediate decision? Probably. Oh, and it looks like Anthony Johnson just clobbered him. That was a very powerful hit. I do have to say so. That was like my uncle, how he hit me whenever I questioned him when he's drunk. I think your uncle switched up drinking. Nah, man, this is when I was 10. This is when I was 10, literally 35 years ago. Well, it looks like Johnson's got him in a lock, and he's gonna keep pounding Tony Benson on the head. Benson really taking a rock, and you can see blood on the floor. Well, Larry, that's gonna end the second round, and watch that hit by Anthony Johnson just clobbered Tony Benson. We'll get her from another angle right now. That punch rocked Tony Benson to the ground in the octagon. That was a pretty powerful and amazing hit, if I do say myself. The force of that blow is definitely the strongest force known to man. And everybody, if you take a moment to realize we're not going to be sponsored by anything. You can see the sponsors inside of it. But we would like it, and it would tell you from Tony Benson himself. Like, comment, subscribe, and check out the Furry Gamer, as well as Tony Benson VMware Studios. It would mean a lot if you would support his channel. If you like it, hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to him. Entering the third and final round right now, as Tony Benson really knocking it against him. Johnson taking some very hits, but Benson's not going to come down. Both are determined to probably see this whole fight through. Massive hits to the stomach. And the other body parts, definitely. It looks like they're definitely rocketed in the head. Lots of strong hits to the head and the body. Not so much the leg, but it's key to the vitals. That an easy knockout is straight to the head. This could go for boxing or even UFC right here. So, and it looks like Tony BEnson rocked Johnson in the head with that kick. The crowd is going nuts. BEnson totally rocketed. Oh! Did you see that, Larry? I did. Did that clobbering by Johnson just... Holy shit. That's going to shift the momentum in this amazing... Oh my god, did you see that? This could be over for Tony BEnson. He has been rocked. Anthony Johnson is not giving up. BEnson to the floor. That's it, they're going to call it. They are going to call it. Tony BEnson has been defeated. Tony, do you have any words you have to say? I put up a good fight. I really did. Anthony Johnson, thank you. Well, that's it for all of us here at UFC, but look at that. Did you see the blood spew out? I gotta tell you, Anthony Johnson right here had one hell of a punch, knocking and spewing blood all over the octagon. Tony BEnson, after that, was rocked. There was no chance for him to win. Anthony Johnson went for the victory. Alright, so here's the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Migliato's called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 53 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Well, there you have it, folks. Tony BEnson got knocked the fuck out by Anthony Johnson in this amazing UFC match. Larry, your final thoughts. I gotta tell you, Tony BEnson took it to the third round, and he took it as long as he personally could. He may have lost, but he had victory. Anyways, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.
Mm-hmm.